All right, guys. Obviously, that was a hell of a ball game. Our kids played their hearts out. Don't question their effort at all. Anytime we win as a team, and we lose as a team. But just overall, we just didn't make enough plays. Give North Carolina State credit. It's a good football team, talented football team. Made some plays on some deep balls. But we had our opportunities, whether it was a 2-point play that would have won us the game. Opportunities, Kessman kicked the ball well again. But I'd like to score touchdowns when we're down there. Have a great drive in the second half and take it down to the 1 and hit 4 downs from the 1. We don't punch it in. And then to finish it off, would have too many open receivers in the 2-minute drill, which I trust our defense to get that thing done, and we just got to secure the win. And we didn't get it done today. But, everybody in our football team has a part in the loss, including me, every coach, and every player. And that's just kind of, how it goes. Kids are hurt. Kids are hurt bad in the locker room, but we'll rebound and we'll stick together and come back next week against Boston College. So, questions?
What did NC State do offensively that was so effective against this defense?
I think, Devin Leary, number one. I mean, the guy pulling the trigger, obviously he had a good game today, and he made the right decisions. He got the ball out pretty quick. We couldn't get as much pressure as we'd like. We'll look at the tape and find out exactly what happened, but we just didn't play good enough. We'll look at the tape and evaluate, and I'll let you know for sure on Monday, I guess.
Pat, we've talked about what we called unforced errors, specifically penalties in the past. A really big problem for you today. What do you feel like went into that in this one? And is there anything you feel like you can do about that?
Well, there's a lot we can do about it. We'll look at the tape and evaluate it, but obviously it starts with, the illegal, the offsides on defense. They drew us off. They did a nice job, and we didn't have enough discipline. That's where it starts. And then some of those PIs, I don't know about. I'll watch the tape, but looked like it was both ways. There was a lot of pushing off, put it that way, and we'll look at the tape, and we'll become a better football team from it.
Pat, what in your mind is the reason why, or is one reason, is multiple reasons that this offense just can't seem to punch it in when it really needs to in the red zone? It's been an issue now for over a season, going back to the beginning of last year.
Obviously there's things that we need to do better when we get down there, and we focused on it more than we have, ever have, really, to be honest with you. Again, give them credit now. They got a good defense, and they played well today. We had our opportunities, and we just got to, we got to finish.
Drops have also kind of been an issue, and I know that's something you guys harp on, but is it disappointing to kind of see that, especially from some veteran guys to, back-to-back weeks?
Our offense made plays on the ball, with the ball. I'll have to go back and watch the tape. I can't, you can watch an NFL game, you watch a college game. There's going to be drops. Nobody's going to be perfect. I don't know how many we had today, but I didn't sit there and go, that was the reason, we lost the football game. I can tell you that. Things are going to happen out there. There's a lot of things happening, we'll go back and look at it. But our receivers made a lot of catches. So let's talk about the catches they made, as opposed to, because there were some critical ones. I mean, Taysir Mack was on fire, making some big catches on third down, moving the sticks and getting us, an opportunity to score touchdowns. So, we'll look at the tape.
As what's most bit disappointing is you have a veteran team that made a lot of errors, especially in the first half, and then let a lot of open receivers in the second half.
Yeah, we'll watch it. We'll watch the tape and see why. But it wasn't as clean. Again, give them credit as far as their game plan and what they did and how they did it, and we got to fix it and come back and be even better.
Pat, you mentioned earlier in the week how NC State tries to slow things down with their counter run and their outside zones and different things they try on offense. Did you feel like that was part of why that you guys only had 2 sacks on the day, or was that more things that you guys had control of?
Maybe their cadence slowed us down early, and we just didn't get off. When we did bring pressure, we didn't get home quick enough. But Leary got the ball out, so I mean, it's kind of a double-edged sword there as far as what we're doing. We've got to be more disciplined, on the snap and the claps and all the rest of it. I'm not sure what you're talking about, the outside zone and slowing things down, but it's a good football team. We stopped the run, but they have 62 yards rushing, but we didn't stop the pass like we need to. And we'll look at what we did coverage-wise and where the mistakes were, and we'll get better from it.
Pat, did you think your corners had some trouble with their receivers, specifically with their size at the line?
At times we did, yeah. And again, like I said, they threw some balls up, and we're in position. Nobody was wide open like Jordan Addison was. I'd say you have a problem at corner when you leave guys wide open. But I think we threw for more yards than they did, and we stopped the run. We rushed for more yards. We just did. We got opportunities down there. We got to punch it in. It just it hurts when you lose like that.
Can you talk a little bit about the offensive line play for you guys? It seemed like we're getting a lot of pressure. There was a lot of tackles for loss, and it seemed like Kenny was under pressure more than the 3 previous games.
Well, Kenny had 1 sack in a football game, and usually when you got 1 sack, you're playing pretty good. I mean, Kenny played well. Threw it a bunch. He threw for 411 yards, so wasn't enough pressure on him, I guess. I thought the offensive line played solid. Again, we'll look at the tape. It's hard to say from the sideline, what it is, what it was, but 3 down, most of the game they're 3-3 and bringing guys, but the pressure was okay. Kenny made some great decisions with his arm and his head, and we'll look at it. Not disappointed at all in Kenny or the offensive line.
Pat, are you concerned about the running game though? I mean, when Kenny's your most effective runner, that's probably not the best day at the office for you guys. I mean, we're 4 games in now. Should somebody be in control of that position at this point?
Yeah, you'd like that to happen, but that's not where we are right now. I thought Vince ran hard when he had holes, especially in the second half. We ran the ball better, but again, give them credit. They stopped our run early, and again, we'll watch the tape and evaluate, and I'll let you know Monday what I see. But it's what it is. They made 1 more play. You don't look at it and say, we got blown off the field out there. It's a good team, and they made 1 more play than we did. That's what it comes down to. And we left a lot of plays on the field, and that's the thing that hurts the most.
Pat, DJ Turner had a big drop last week, but he stepped up for several big games this week. What did you think of his performance and just his connection with Pickett coming through for you guys?
DJ played great. We didn't have Jordan Addison in the second half, and DJ stepped in, and DJ's a good football player, and he played a great game, and like I said, it comes down to a 2-point conversion. It comes down to defense stopping them in a 2-minute, and again, we can point to all kinds of different things, but it starts and ends with me. Got to have them better prepared.
Can you give a little assessment on Jordan's injury or how serious it may or may not be?
I don't think it's serious, but we'll see.
Any final questions for Coach?
Yeah, Pat, you played most of the game without Keyshawn Camp at defensive tackle. How do you feel like that impacted the play of your defensive line, and I guess any update you may have on him?
Yeah, I mean, Keyshawn was kind of banged up from last week and wasn't 100%, so I don't think it had any factor at all. What's EJ got on his phone over there? He's got all kinds of noise going on, but I mean, one guy's not going to make or break the team. We got plenty of guys in there, at D tackle. That need to make plays, and obviously it would be great to have a senior out there, but we'll rebound and fix it, and we'll be ready for next week.
Pat, I know you've talked a lot about wanting guys to turn out the noise, but they generated some buzz with the way they played defensively the first 3 weeks. Is there any concern at all that maybe they got a little too ahead of themselves and that led to maybe this slow start defensively, that they just sort of,
Yeah, again, we harp on that. Nobody cares what you did last week. It's all what you do this week, and that's why I tell you, we don't evaluate a defense until the end of the year and what they do and how they make plays. And obviously we left some plays out on the field today. We'll tighten it up. We'll rebound, and again, sometimes it's the best medicine is really to get humbled as far as who you are and what you do, and just remember how you got where you are. And I think that's the big thing, whether we came in too confident thinking we can stop anybody and no one can get a first down. I don't know if we maybe 1 3 and out in the first half. I told you last week we had 8. This week we couldn't get off the field at times. And again, a lot of it was due to, what we were doing. I don't know how many first downs they had by penalty, but, quite a few. And that's not good when, the referees are, saying first down based off a penalty.
Pat, you guys used a lot of hurry up late in the fourth with trying to, seem to getting rhythm going. Was that something that you guys were planning on just to keep the rhythm flowing for the offense, or was that just like a mid-game adjustment?
It's a mid-game adjustment. It's, we had some tempo in the first half too. I mean, even that second play of the game where Jordan starts, I mean, some of the guys aren't lined up, and that's how we get a big play. So we'd like to get it going a little faster. Sometimes it's too slow, but we go tempo. We huddle at times, and then we come out in tempo. You kind of go with what's working, and you stick with it.